Missouri offers another great opportunity for learning, and that's the Parents as Teachers program, free and available in every school district.
Do you know what color that is? Green, very good. And do you know what color this is? That's orange. Orange, okay. Now, the reason I picked only 5 is because we start small, okay? The reason I picked a different color for each letter is, again, to make this easier for her. Just like with him, how I did the arrows. You want them to know success, so you want to help it along the way, okay? So we're going to start with yellow, Amira. And can you look through all... My name is Jan Lee, and I'm with the Parents as Teachers program in South County. I've been a parent educator for 9 years, but I've been in early childhood education for 16 years. And I must say, it is the most pleasurable thing I have ever done in my life, to be invited into the homes of so many families and to be able to be a part of so many kids' lives and helping them to grow to their full potential. Our Parents as Teachers program is offered to any family who's interested. It's free. We also have a teen parent program, so I work with pregnant teens as well as parenting teens. And we are multicultural, so we are just so privileged to be allowed to come in and to work with the families and to be a support to each of those parents. I think a lot of families that are not in the program are hesitant to join the program just because they don't know what we do. I think it's a misconception that we come into homes and we tell people how to raise their children, and nothing could be further from the truth. We're there for support for our parents. We're there to help parents learn to be the best and the first teacher for their child. Children learn the best from their own families and from their own parents, and we're just there to kind of guide it. We're there to help the parents to see all the strengths in their children and to be able to build upon those strengths. If there is a weakness in some area, then we simply are there to be able to guide them, give them other ideas of things to do that will help their child, that will benefit their child for school readiness down the line. We work with children up until the age of 5, so once they're in kindergarten, then our job is done. We do still keep in contact with the families, and we're very much a part of that child's future because we were able to get in on the foundation. And we so much enjoy what we do, individualizing each home visit that we do for the child's needs and for the parents' needs. Hassan was 2 years old when I started coming to the house, and he was a typical 2-year-old, not interested in anything that I had to show him or not interested in sitting down and doing any kind of activity. And we worked through that. Mom said that she was having a lot of difficulty with his attention span as he turned 3 and got into 4, and she was very concerned about that because she knew that he needed to have that attention span in order to be successful in school once he got into kindergarten. So since that was something that Mother addressed, then that was something that I addressed. And through my visits there, and I go over to their house twice a month, I worked on those kind of skills with Hassan. And he does not like to do certain things, and he very much likes to do other things. So whenever I was planning an activity for his visit, I made sure that it was something where he could stand up, as I did with the fishing activity. He's not interested in sitting down and looking at letters or playing with magnetic letters or anything like that, which I have tried in the past. So this time I approached it from a standing up point of view and let him fish for those letters and learn the letters in his name. It worked very well. He was very interested in doing that and continued doing that even after our visit was over. As far as Amira, I started seeing Amira when she was only 2 weeks old, and Amira is just a joy. She is very soft-spoken, she's very hard to hear, and we are working on that. That is why I brought the tape recorder so she could hear herself and have to talk a little bit louder. We're working on learning numbers and counting, and each of the activities that I did with the pigs and the matching the spots with the pigs was one way of getting her to count. Making the little people for the cardboard milk carton houses was another way. The reason I was doing that was to show Mom that there are different ways that you can incorporate what you're trying to teach, that you are the designer of the lesson. And if there was something that she enjoyed doing, which Amira loves working with markers and she loves fiddling with her fingers, then that was how I was going to help her to learn to count. rather than just rote counting. So each of the activities that we do with our families, there is a specific goal in mind, and we try to convey that to the parent along with while we're doing the activity so that they know why we're doing this. Why did I bring a tape recorder along? Well, there was a reason. We play with a purpose in Parents as Teachers, and we try to teach the parents how to play with a purpose with each of the children.
With Miss Jane coming to my house and helping me with Hassan and Amira, it's been like lots of help. I ask her questions. She is a teacher and a friend to me. I mean, she tells you what to do. Okay, she tells me, Suad, okay, Hassan is like this. You have to do this with him. Amira is a little different. I mean, you do this with her. She gives me lots of ideas, what to do after she leaves, like every day, what to do with them, what is the best, thing to do for them to learn and get them like more fun, interested in things and stuff. Yeah, it's very helpful. I just will say I would like every family to have a visitor like Miss Jen to come to their house. Why not? I mean, somebody to come to your house and shows you the best ways to let your children learn, get prepared for school. I mean, it's good. It's very good. My advice to them is to get, involved in Parents as Teachers like I am doing.
Shapes they are, what colors she's seen. This is the very beginning of all that communication and you and she connecting.
Parents as Teachers, they have a lot of different programs that you can take the children to. Sometimes it may be at a place where there's animals for the children, or like she was just telling me about story time. And those things are important to me because Elizabeth and Gabrielle, they don't attend daycare. So when we get out to the different functions that they offer, it's fun for them to play with other children. They're not usually around a lot of children, so it's fun for them to also learn and play with other kids their ages. It gives me little games to play, and the home visitor, of course, she shows us different ways to create different toys without having to buy them, and then Elizabeth loves them, so I think it's extremely helpful for both of us. I think while she's teaching Gabrielle and Elizabeth, I think she's also teaching me, and then of course I can then teach them.
Alexis was born in December, Mary Lynn was here in January.
They're going to the gas.
To get the gas station, okay. Usually children don't tell me where they're actually going. This is great.
Good.
She's good, yeah.
All right, what is that?
Well, Alexis is a very, very bright child, always has been. Her vocabulary and her language skills are out of this world, and I really attribute that. Carrie and Shane, I really think it's what they've done with her. They have read to her since she was an infant. I started seeing her when she was about a month old, and we talked about reading to babies and how important it was, and they did. They read to her. You can tell she's read to because she'll bring books and want to be read to. She goes in my bag and she wants to see what book I've brought. And they talk to her. They talk to her about what they were doing, even as something as simple as changing a diaper. They always talk to her, and that made those wonderful language connections that she has, and she's got this wonderful vocabulary. They sit down, they play with her. They have age-appropriate toys that teach her things, and she's got a wonderful imagination.
And then he gives you a kiss.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's my kiss? Thank you.